we are in the Hastings Fisherman's Museum. The history of the museum dates back to 1956 as a museum, but was originally built in 1854 as what was known as a chapel of ease. Because Hastings has never had a harbour and it's been a fishing village for at least 1,000 years. There was almost certainly a fishing village here before the invasion of 1066 by William the Conqueror. The enterprise was built in 1912 by a boat builder called Betts, and it was built no more than about 200 yards away from where it is now. There was a boatyard where the fish market is now, which is just a couple of hundred yards to the west of us. The first skipper was a guy called Grizzle Phillips. He had the distinction of nearly crashing the boat. Well, he hit the harbour arm at Rye on its first voyage, but it survived that. And then it fished all the way through the Second World War. And in 1955, when it was so leaky, the owner, as then, who was Harold Pepper, donated it to the museum. The fishermen decided the best way to get it into the museum would be to knock part of the south wall down, and so that's what they did. They knocked enough of the south wall down so that they could push the boat in, and then the wall was rebuilt. Hastings only existed because it was a fishing village. Fishermen have been lost all sorts of different ways. There were some that were blown up by mines during the war. There was one that was machine gunned by a German aircraft during the war. Fishermen have lost their lives through bombing. Nets can get caught on wrecks, that can turn a boat over. One fisherman caught his arm in the winch that pulled the nets up and lost his life. There are almost certainly many more fishermen's deaths that we don't know about because there were no records kept that we know of. Fortunately, there haven't been any fishermen lost at sea since 1998, and the one that died since then in the year of 2000 was killed in an accident on the Stade. Almost universally people say, what a wonderful museum, what a lovely thing, I love these pictures, and it's great to be able to go on the boat, etc., etc. So it's just a good place to work. It's nice to try and be as informative as possible. We get lots of foreign student groups, we get lots of school visits, we give talks for school visits, and we try and be as informative and educational and sometimes as entertaining as we can.